We all have a story. Mine changed forever when I was 16. You see, I knew I was gay, but then somebody called me a dyke at school in front of a crowd. I wasn't ready to share my biggest secret because I didn't know if my family would accept me. Lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and queer kids are more likely to be rejected by their families and kicked out of their homes. They're more likely to sleep on couches, shuffle between foster homes, and live in emergency shelters. In fact, 40% of all homeless youth identify as LGBTQ. It's hard to shelter at home if home isn't an option. Last year, I met Brian. He had been removed from his biological parents and rejected by foster families because he's transgender. He told me that no one loved him, no one would ever love him, and there was no point in living. But we visited him at the shelter. We told him we cared and we showed him what it looks like to be a successful queer person. Brian's going to graduate high school next month and go to college this fall. Our LGBTQ center saved Brian's life, and his smile tells our story every day. But not every story is a success. Last year, we lost a kid to suicide. LGBTQ youth are 5 times more likely to attempt suicide than their heterosexual peers. So we celebrate successes like Brian's in the shadow of suicide. To do more for LGBTQ youth, we created a leadership program, Squad Up. Squad Up prepares teens for a world that doesn't always accept them for who they are. My mom hoped being gay was a phase. She didn't want my life to be harder than it needed to be. But I told her what I tell kids today. Life is a lot harder if you try to live it without being your authentic self. So now I live every day authentically, and my mission is to give others what I didn't have. And last year, over 300 youth visited our center looking for support, and we made sure they found it. Now we're preparing for a dramatic increase in that number when the center reopens. And as we navigate this strange time, we have an opportunity and a responsibility to make sure our youth survive this. So we're ready to grow our program. And with $20,000, we can double the number of youth served, double the number of Squad Up sessions offered, and make sure LGBTQ teens have a place to feel at home. Because we all have a story. Your vote tonight will give hundreds of youth the ability to write a better story for themselves.